Hi everyone. So we did a live, and boy, Satan is real trying. But I am just gonna go over everything that we did in the live with Sister Laisha. She was our special guest again this week, and the internet was much better than last week. We give glory and praise to God for that. It was a great session, but if it was not recorded, like, it would not be a blessing to those who weren't there. So I'm just doing this video just to get it back out there. All right, so we looked at 4 tactics that the enemy would use to distract us. All right, we looked at 4 last week, and we're going to look at 4 this week. And I'm just going to make it quick. All right, so we looked at first doubt and fear, focusing on failures and lost battles, shame, and drama. So those are the 4 things that we looked at this evening. All right, focusing on failures can be a big distractor because it will leave you stuck in the past. All right, and if you're stuck in the past and you can't move forward, your sole focus is on this thing that happened. So the time you feel that this, or the time you lost this and everything went wrong, or the time you made this bad decision and then your life just started on a downward spiral after that. Excuse me. Right? And if you are here now, it makes no sense to focus on something that you can't change. Right? It makes sense to only go forward and fix your eyes on God. Tunnel vision. That has been my hashtag for the past week and a half. Tunnel vision. Right? So no more focusing on anything that is not God. All right? The second thing that we're going to look at is doubt and fear. And what I said in the live was fear causes doubt. So fear and doubt are like this. They are sister cousin distractors. All right? And as I said, one leads to the other. So you can have all of these positive thoughts, and then fear enters the picture. Everything that you had in mind before, everything that God told you before, you will then start to doubt that thing because of the fear that you have. Right? And focusing on fear, again, focusing on anything that is not God, is a distraction and will lead to, you falling off the horse, or you going into a mode, whether it be emotional or you just get into this state of mind that, when humans get stressed, our first reaction is to just sulk and be sad, and I don't want to pray, I don't want to do this, I don't want to hear nothing about God. No, right? So what I suggested for doubt and fear was have an accountability partner that you can read the Bible with, or if you use YouVersion, you can use their app, and they have many plans that you can use, and the plans for fear and so forth. Have somebody read that with you, see what God says about fear, see what God says about you, and then whatever the enemy is telling you, please notice that it does not line up with what God says about you. Right? Whatever God says about you is the truth. So if you are having these feelings of fear and you feel like, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough to do this, I am not smart enough, or whatever the case is, right, that is not what God says about you. So a way to combat this one is to always have your Bible on hand, always have an accountability partner on hand, somebody that will help you, or somebody that will remind you. If you can't remind yourself by reading the Bible, somebody that will remind you that, hey, this is what God says about you. right? And fight fear like that strategically, right? The other one that we looked at was shame. And shame not only in the physical realm but in the spiritual and dream realm. In the physical realm, we also spoke about the same mistakes and so forth, things that, oh, I thought I would have done better at this, or you may have fallen short in some areas. So say for example, you did an exam and you thought you would have gotten a better grade, or you get a degree and you thought it would have been at a higher standard, maybe like a higher GP, or just anything shameful, something that you would not want attached to your name. Focusing on that shame, focusing on anything for that matter, focusing on that shame will definitely be a distractor, because you are focusing on something again that you cannot change, instead of focusing on God and, you know, the new direction that he might be taking you to, either what's that word, to either take it to a new place, or, you know. So instead of doing all of that, tunnel vision. Yeah, tunnel vision. All right. In the spiritual realm, we also spoke about dreams and how the enemy can enter dreams and cause us to think on the things that happened. We use sexual dreams as an example, and by the time a person would wake up, whatever the dream was about, that feeling that you would get would sometimes be one of shame and maybe disgust and right? Right? And afterwards you just get up feeling, why did this just happen? What doors are open? What spiritual doors are open? Why I'm having these dreams? Or, you know, and you start to question yourself and you feel unworthy, even though you're not doing them physically. The fact that it even happened and it's causing you to have these feelings, whatever. So it doesn't only have to be a sexual dream. It could have been anything, like a stealing dream, or a, you know, whatever, something bad may have happened in the dream, whether it be a vision or whatever. And instead of focusing on the message that God is trying to give you, you are focusing on the negative things or whatever bad things that had happened in the dream. And then that section of the dream could be a distraction, right? So maybe you go through the whole dream and then you not even remember anything else but that one part, or you remember everything but you're just fixed on that one issue, and then that becomes a distraction, right? The final thing that we looked at was drama, and we went as far as to define drama by Google. And the drama was defined as an exciting, emotional, or unexpected series of events or set of circumstances. Right? And we spoke about drama at work. And oh, I can't wait to get to work because I want to see what's going to happen between this co-worker and this co-worker. They've been fighting for however long over God knows what. Or you go to church, oh, I can't wait to go to church to see pastor and this elder, because I know pastor and this elder don't agree and they don't like each other and whatever, right? So drama can be anywhere, right? Choir member, oh, they can't sing on the same choir because, you know, they don't talk or they're not friends anymore, you know, right? And you being so entertained by all of this that's going on, oh, I can't wait to get to church just to see this, oh, I can't wait to get to work to see this. Your mind is fixed on the wrong thing when it should be fixed on Jesus, right? So these are many, there are so many things, but these are some little things that we take for granted, especially the drama aspect. like feeding these things that you feed into your spirit, and how much time they take up in your mental space, where that space should be taken up with the things of God. Right? So those were the four main distractions. Well, those were the other four distractions that we spoke about. And we also gave a biblical example. Leisha spoke on Adam and Eve, and the biblical example was just to have a relatable example, like, okay, this isn't something, these distractions aren't something that are just happening. It's been happening since the beginning of time, right? And she used the serpent and Adam and Eve, and how the serpent distracted them from what God said. And because of what the serpent said, doubt came in, right? And then that doubt, we all know, because we looked at doubt earlier, doubt came in and it is a distractor. And then the devil started feeding them, oh, try a little of this, try a little of that, see this for yourself, right? And then the whole of humanity spiraled down into a whole direction that God didn't intend it to go, right? So don't feel alone when you're distracted. Please be vigilant. Please be vigilant to his schemes. Please notice, nip it in the bud, any distraction, nip it in the bud once you realize what is happening. Nothing should be taking up so much of your time where you don't have enough time